Hey, Peter, how are you? Amazing. Sorry. I at first I thought we were supposed to FaceTime at 12. I got confused with the time. I would like to share my travel experience with you. Have you traveled recently? Have you traveled before?
Uh, Not really, but I'm traveling in a few days. What is it? Monday? I travel on Wednesday. I don't, well, I mean, I don't know if you would consider it traveling because I'm moving, but that is what is happening this week for me.
Where are you
I'm moving to
moving?
Portland, Oregon.
My son moved there to Portland, Oregon. He moved there from MD. It's beautiful there. I've never been to Portland myself yet. I haven't been myself yet, but what made you want to move there?
I am going to start my grad school program in September. And I mainly chose that program because my parents are still there, and I have a bunch of other family there. Um, and yeah, it'll be good.
Are you from?
No, I'm from Portland, Oregon.
I was wondering, have you traveled? Have you had good travel experiences?
Um, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. I haven't had any like bad experiences. Um, what about you?
I travel, yes. I travel a lot. I traveled for a month and 5 weeks in Mexico.
Oh,
I stayed in Mexico for a month. Then I went to Costa Rica. I stayed there for a weekend. I backpacked over there. It's beautiful. Backpack. I backpacked. Yes. I went with a friend at the time. I wasn't married yet. I went in 6 or 7, whatever. I can't remember, but oh, it was one of my favorite spots. I went to Thailand. It was really nice. I lived in Texas. I lived in Texas at the time. And it's not cold in Texas. It's warm, about 70 degrees. Same as like Portland. But when I flew to Thailand, it was hot, like 90 degrees. Oh, the humidity. Oh, the humidity. You could just feel all over your body. Very sticky. Thailand's beautiful, though. The one town I went to a couple. We picked 3 to go see, though. 3 different places. Okay, so the first was Bangkok. The second was Chiang Mai.
oh yeah,
Chiang
yeah.
Chiang Mai.
It's Chiang Mai, I think.
Yes, that was the second. And the last, which was the third, was my favorite of all 3, was Phuket? Phuket?
Oh.
Phi, Phi, Phi. That was the name of an island over there. And in that place, and oh, Falk, I think it's
Uh-huh.
called Falk. Many people in that town and on that island,
Ah.
Phi, of all of them, Chiang Mai was beautiful. Many different things to do. Timeless beauty. Sort of like California. I walked around a lot. I would go into different stores, dress, put on different clothes, and a lot of different food experiences. Oh my God. I like that. The name of the island, Fifi. You know the movie James Bond? James Bond. 007. You know the movie. That first movie was filmed on Fifi in the hills of the island. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's just gorgeous. You know, like the silhouette of like the James Bond movie. How he holds up the gun and the girls. Have you ever gone there before?
Yeah, I've been twice. My parents are both from Vietnam, and I visited once when I was like 2 or 3, I want to say, and I can't remember any of that, obviously. But yeah, apparently, my grandparents, or at least my grandma, got really mad at my mom because they're like, "Oh, why isn't he talking to us? All he says is no, 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 no. That's the only word he says." And so I guess that was like pretty unpleasant for my mom. But I went another time.
Oh, sorry for that experience.
Oh, that's
You couldn't. I guess they didn't realize the Vietnam, how how you form sentences. It's different than here in America. Which do you prefer? Vietnam or
at the
America?
time they were living in Portland. I was born in Portland, Oregon. And so I guess that was my grandparents' first time seeing myself and my younger sister. So I'm sure that they had different expectations when when they met me for the first time. Yeah, I think we had gone with my aunt and my uncle. Go for it.
Oh, you could continue going. I'm sorry.
Oh, I see. Okay. At the time, I went with like my aunt, my uncle, and my other cousin, who's like the same age as me, and we were both like super chubby toddlers, and I'm sure we were just like running around being little rascals. Um, and then the last time that I went was actually it wasn't like any time. It wasn't like recent, but it was, I want to say it was about like 15, maybe 12 years ago. I went with my family, my mom, my dad, and my 3 sisters, and that was different. It was like you were talking about in Thailand. It was extremely humid. We went during June, from June, like middle of the June to like early July, I want to say. And you could drink the air, you could drink the humidity. It was, and it's super hot. There were mosquitoes everywhere. when I came back to the States, like people would ask me like, "Oh, Peter, what happened to your legs?" And I would say, "Mosquitoes. They love my blood. They love drinking my blood." Oh. Yeah. I'm sure when you were in Thailand, you had the same experience with mosquitoes.
No. Mm-mm.
Ah,
Mosquitoes don't like me.
clearly, clearly not.